who more epitomizes the news than an anchorman? No one.
Oh, that was a trick question. It was a rhetorical question.
You were going to come up with one, right?
I was like Jesus, Santa Claus. I was like Lindsay Lohan, maybe.
So you went through your standard three.
Yeah. None of those three. So I guess the answer is no one.
Please welcome. He's a former anchor in I think 3 different cities.
Wow.
So please welcome Bob Wiltfong.
Hey,
all right.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, John. Thanks. Please, sit down. Sit down. All right. Hey, Matt, what's going on? Autographs. Forget about it. Sit down.
Calm down, everyone. Calm down.
Yeah.
He's no Lindsay Lohan.
Can you see me up there? Balcony. Water.
You gotta talk loud so they can hear you in the back.
Yeah.
These mics
Hey.
are this shit.
Woo! All right, love you guys.
I think we'll be able to. I don't know. I might have to ask the booth man. Hey, booth man, Sean Amaro, booth man. Are we able to get some of that applause? You know, we were able to tone that down so we can hear the introduction. Were we able to?
I turned off the audience mics because it was a little bit interfering.
Oh, well, then now everyone's gonna think there was no one here.
Well, now I want to say, if they want to see who is to blame, do we have the booth man? Do we have a booth man cam?
Who's the guy behind this travesty?
We can a little bit. Do you want to play a clip or do you want to see me?
I want to do both, but given our current technical situation, I guess we'll play a clip because.
Are we doing the show right now? Is that what's going on? Is the show happening? Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't know what was going on there.
That's kind of repartee.
Yeah, we have 3 cameras here, but we also have
and thousands of people. Sit down.
Keep your shirts on.
I'm sorry.
And then a camera on the guy in the booth, and he's our booth man.
Really?
Yeah.
See, do that every once in a while? Just.
Well, he's not showing himself on the camera now.
Yeah,
so.
I gotta put my pants back on.
Okay, good.
Let's see, you can just highlight.
Because that's what I would do as a former
forte.
TV news guy. Because that's what I did completely. Whenever I was reading the news, down below.
That's one of my questions because they always show you from the head.
Yep. Rub myself raw on a continuous basis, Sean.
Wow.
Well, let's see Bob Wiltfong rubbing himself raw and delivering the news in this clip.
Nice segue.
That's a talent I'd like to see.
News 3. This is Wichita News Break.
Where do we...
Hello, I'm Bob Wiltfong, KSN News 3. Thanks for joining us. A woman charged with shaking her adopted 3-year-old daughter to death is free on bond tonight.
At the end of this wooden fence and right next door to Tiller's Clinic in that house, and this is the cabin of the Boeing business jet.
But tonight here in Washington, it goes to Cessna.
Attention fairgoers. You need one of these certificates from the State Board of Education in order to teach in Kansas. I'm in the KFDI cash cow machine. Wichita Mayor Bob Knight called this plan a disgrace. You take small student-teacher ratio plus high test scores for students. Sergeant Kenneth Snyder is dead. This tall wooden fence and these signs are what most of us see when we drive by Dr. George Tiller's abortion clinic.
Hello, I'm Bob Butler. Clear and convincing evidence. Your recyclables may not always get recycled.
Here's what Donaldson says happened to the plane.
That place has been rocking at points tonight.
Too cool.
And I'm joined by Congresswoman Carolyn McCarthy.
And those areas will be sprayed after 7:30. Leopold's wife and their 5-year-old child were overcome by those fumes.
Whoa!
Hey, what's up?
Bob Allen?
Bob Allen?
Get that guy out of here.
Wait a minute. Okay, this has to be discussed immediately.
Do you see that?
God.
Now, to my right is Bob Wiltfong.
How do we know, though?
Bob Butler and Bob Allen and Matt Shafiq.
Yeah.
That's Matt. I was like, Matt Shafiq? What the hell is that? What is that reference?
The one name.
Matt Shafiq.
Don't cry, Matt.
Okay.
Don't cry. When people say that, Matt Shafiq, what the hell is that?
I'm used to it.
You know, we're all going to have to go to the bathroom very quickly because we're all sipping this water.
Well, so what is the reason for... Because I noticed when it began, when the clip began, it was Wichita, and you were Bob Wiltfong.
Right.
Then you were given Long Island updates,
Right.
flood updates, as Bob Butler.
Right. None of your damn business, Sean. That is my answer to that.
That's a tough
Next
interview
question.
answer.
I
Next
get to the bottom of everything. It's a show, huh?
No, Sean, you've asked, so I must answer.
Okay.
Because it is a talk show, right? Whoa!
Jeez.
Quiet down up there in the balcony. Jesus, those people. You know, they get crazy.
Do you know
it's
what
me in the flesh, okay?
If it would have been a gunshot, both me and Matt Shafiq would have both jumped in front.
Really?
We dive, our heads would hit each other, we collapse, and the bullet whistle hits you.
Wow, sweet.
We wouldn't be conscious for it.
That would be nice.
We
I'd
missed
like
that.
to see that. We could do some computer animation. I would love to see that. Okay, here's why I changed my name. I changed my name a couple different times in the business. Bob Allen and Bob Butler were two aliases. I used Bob Allen at my first full-time job in Lake Charles, Louisiana, otherwise known as Hell on Earth. Because, in large part because it's my first job out of college, my news director there, no joke, thought that Wiltfong might be a little disconcerting for the Cajun population in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Thought they might be confused by it. So he said, "What's your middle name?" I said, "Allen." He goes, "How about Bob Allen?" I said, "Sure, sign me up." I was Bob Allen for 2 years in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Then went to Wichita, Kansas, decided to play it real. Go back to my roots, because I had gone to school in Kansas. These were my peeps. Had relatives in Kansas, played it real, Bob Wiltfong. Then I get a job in Long Island, New York, Market 1 technically, sorta, kinda. And at that point I figure I'm right on the doorstep of hitting it big. I'm gonna make it to network. Next stop after this. So no time to mess around, I gotta play it big time, and big time news name I liked was Bob Butler. It sounded more networky.
You chose it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was my choice. And Butler's a family name. It my grandmother's maiden name.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of a shout out to my grandma.
So 3 cities, 3 names.
Yes, exactly. I did report in Topeka, Kansas as well, for all your Topeka, Kansas viewers out there. And I know, get the sign down the balcony, some Topeka folks up there.
Yeah, they are.
I reported in
Topeka
Kansas.
316.
Yeah, fuck, Jesus. Get the wig off, you crazy kook.
Now, that story is interesting,
rainbow
but
wig.
it's not as interesting as the fact that maybe you were running from the law in 3 different states.
Yeah, I know.
And you kept changing your name.
I know. I'll hide in front of the camera.
Well, the name is different.
Matt, you know with your last name, you're saddled with a name that you constantly have to spell. People think you've hurt yourself when you pronounce your last name. That Wiltfong is one of those names, right? So Allen and Butler was a blessing in some ways.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe you want to, they're open now. You can throw them out there for
Matt
yourself.
Butler. Matt
How old
Butler.
were you? How old were you when you first became?
Sean, Matt and I were finishing a conversation. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Come on.
I realize we got to do a talk show. Okay, let's go. What's your next question?
Well, I was wondering, how young were you when you knew you wanted to be an anchor? Because, like Charles, I guess. And by the way, you still look in your early 20s. So
Oh, really?
I don't know how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had 3 careers or 4 careers.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's a lot of lotion, a lot of skincare. I'm sidetracked now because now I feel like there's a connection being made between you and I.
Well, what about,
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. And homosexuality is okay. Yeah. I just want you guys to know. Your question, how young was I? I can't put my finger on a date or an age. Mm-hmm. I can tell you that growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm from, get down up there in the balcony, it's Omaha folks, that grew up watching news in Omaha and liking, thought that was a cool job. And when I was a senior in high school, I had to go through every senior in high school decision of like, where are you going to go to school, what are you going to major in? So I wanted to perform in front of a camera, but I figured I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, I can't do that as a living. Acting and comedy isn't a job, it's a hobby, at least from my perspective at that time in my life. So I said, you know what, TV news might be good. This is ridiculous.
wow.
Okay, he's got a phone call going on in the middle of the call. I'm telling a great story.
It's my little
let's
sister.
go back to what was going on with.
Okay.
It's my little
Sorry.
sister though, but you know what? I'm not going to take it though.
He's not going to
Okay,
take
good.
the call.
Wow.
Because
Thank
last
you.
time I took a call in
Yeah.
the middle of the show from her,